watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? This just in. Abner Mares, coming off of a shocking knockout defeat by Johnny Gonzalez, decides to hire 2011 Trainer of the Year, Virgil Hunter. Very interesting decision, very interesting pair that Abner Mares and Virgil Hunter would make. Abner Mares just did a recent interview talking about the decision of hiring Virgil Hunter as his trainer. In that interview, he was asked if there was some type of process of elimination, like basically was he looking at a couple of trainers, a list of trainers, and basically just going down the line. And Abner Mares said, no, I specifically wanted Virgil Hunter. And the next thing he said, it was something that kind of surprised me because it was something I could respect and I could relate to. They asked him why. Why was it Virgil Hunter out of all of these trainers? And Abner Mares, he said, well, a lot of these trainers, they teach you how to do stuff like, or basically they have you hit the pads and have you hit the heavy bag, but they don't really tell you why you're throwing this punch or that punch. And Virgil Hunter is a good teacher. He explains to you why you're throwing this type of combination and so on and so forth. And I thought that was really interesting for Abner Mares to say something like that. That means he is really willing to embrace and adopt new things in his career. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, back in the day, we would always see fighters lose and then they go look for a new trainer. But today, I'm starting to see a new trend develop. And what that is a lot of times we're starting to see the tough guy go out and look for the smartest trainer. Okay? I mean, usually you got the tough, dumb guy looking for another tough, dumb trainer. But now we're starting to see a lot of the tough guys saying, you know what, this acting tough and all this, it's not working for me. I need to learn how to move my damn head. I need to learn new things, right? We're starting to see this a lot. We've seen it with Angulo. I told you guys long time ago, the very first person to ever hire Floyd Mayweather Sr., it wasn't Oscar De La Hoya, it was Eric Morales, okay? Eric Morales, he hired Floyd Mayweather Sr. specifically to be a defense coordinator. We've seen Oscar De La Hoya hire Floyd Mayweather Sr. as a trainer. We've seen Angulo hire Virgil Hunter as a trainer. Amir Khan left Freddie Roach to hire Virgil Hunter. Now, Amir Khan, he would actually say that Freddie Roach, he's a good trainer, but he doesn't really teach you how to move your head. He doesn't really teach you the intangibles of defense, so on and so forth, right? So in other words, Amir Khan, Abner Mares, Alfredo Angulo, Andre Ward, they're saying that they believe that Virgil Hunter is a much better trainer than Freddie Roach, a much more complete trainer than Freddie Roach. The truth will always exceed ignorance. It's funny because when I first read this article about Abner Mares, hiring Virgil Hunter, I remember scrolling down and I seen the first comment, and the first comment was like, man, another fighter running to Virgil Hunter. This man is so overrated. All Virgil Hunter is going to teach you to do is just hold. He should have hired Freddie Roach is what Abner Mares should have did. End quote. That's what somebody said, right? Abner Mares should have hired Freddie Roach because all Virgil Hunter is going to do is teach you how to hold. Really? You mean like this? See, this is the exact reason why you cannot have a boxing conversation if you are emotionally attached and full of pride when you talk. You got to just talk boxing because if you talk with all that pride, you're going to come at somebody like a dummy. Like I always tell you guys, a dumb fan is just like a dumbass boxer. They throw punches, leaving themselves wide open for counters. And this is what happens with these emotionally attached fans that do not think before they speak. I mean, I've been telling you guys this all along, that when you hear fans talk about they don't like certain fighters because of their style, I've been telling you all along that that's ridiculous talk. They say that because they don't like the fact that that guy is winning and that guy is beating their guy. That's the reason why they say that. But at the end of the day, they don't care what style their favorite fighter has. If he had the most boring style in the world, they wouldn't care. Like I said, if Canelo Alvarez would have beat Floyd Mayweather in the most boring fashion, they would not care. Only thing they care about is his arm being raised at the end of the night. That's all they care about. And this Abner Mares situation, it proves that. It proves that these fighters don't really think, oh, I want to go in there and just be blood and guts and show how hard I could get hit in the face and, so on and so forth. Abner Mares hiring Virgil Hunter proves that winning is the most important thing, okay? It is the most important thing for all fighters, all the way from Andre Ward to Abner Mares, to Angulo, all the way to Ponce de Leon. And just to bring up Ponce for a quick second, when Ponce de Leon got knocked out by Juanma Lopez the first time, before that, Juanma Lopez, he was this seek and destroy Terminator face first type fighter. Soon as he got knocked out, all of a sudden he became a boxer counterpuncher, right? Because once again, that ring is a truth machine. Like I said before, man, I really have to reiterate this because I've been telling you guys since day one that whenever you hear people talking about Guillermo Rigondeaux style, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, this guy and that guy, it had nothing to do with them not liking his style. They just simply don't like the guy that's using the style. That's what it comes down to. I'm going to go back to this again. Oscar De La Hoya versus Tito Trinidad is a perfect example of the point that I'm making right now. Oscar De La Hoya, he did nothing but run for the last 3 rounds in that fight against Tito Trinidad. He didn't care how he looked. He didn't care what the fans thought. And quite frankly, the fans, they didn't care how he looked. All they cared about is that Oscar De La Hoya would get his hand raised at the end of the night. We know this to be the case because, like I said, even today when you talk to people about Trinidad versus De La Hoya, you would think they would say, oh man, I didn't like Oscar De La Hoya's style in that fight. He looked like a coward. I don't like guys that fight like that. You would think they would say something like that whenever you bring up De La Hoya versus Trinidad. But you know what De La Hoya's supporters say? They say, oh, Oscar won that fight. Oscar won that fight. He put on a boxing exhibition, right? Because once again, it's not about the style. It's who's using the style, okay? The truth always comes out, man. The truth always comes out. All the ignorance that you see online, the ignorance that you hear from casual fans on the streets, the truth always comes out, and almost all the time, the truth never sides with the ignorant-ass casual fans. You guys notice that? The truth hardly ever sides with these casual-ass, emotionally attached fans. Once again, how come Abner Mares didn't hire a blood and guts, face-first type trainer like Freddie Roach, who's always talking about Andre Ward is boring, this guy is boring? Then how come Abner Mares didn't hire you, Freddie Roach? Don't get me wrong, Freddie Roach, he is a good trainer, okay? But all I'm saying is you have a lot of fighters, they understand that they need a trainer that is a lot more versatile than Freddie Roach. Now, yeah, if you want to just learn how to go forward and be a pressure fighter, then yeah, Freddie Roach is your guy. But if you want to be versatile to where you could really adjust when the tough gets going and you're in a situation you've never been in before and you're scratching your head because you can't figure out how to get around this guy's jab or how to deal with his awkward style, then you're going to need a trainer like Virgil Hunter, okay? Or like Roger Mayweather or like Floyd Mayweather Sr. Now, don't get it twisted, though. This doesn't suggest just because you hire a good trainer that you're going to be, all of a sudden, you're going to be the next Andre Ward, the next Floyd Mayweather, the next Guillermo Rigo, okay? You still have to have the natural ability, obviously, to fully take advantage of what you are learning at the time. Now, going back to Abner Mares hiring Virgil Hunter, it'll be really interesting to see how he progresses in the future, Abner Mares, that is. So, I mean, the big question is, can Virgil Hunter make Abner Mares a better fighter? And realistically, we don't really know. We don't really know. We don't know if this is a case where Hunter has caught Abner Mares too late in his career and you just can't teach an old dog new tricks. Sometimes people can adjust and learn new things. Other times, they don't get that much better. You know, Abner, when it comes to Alfredo Angulo, He was already past his prime. I think a lot of fighters, they respond differently to being knocked out. I think Angulo being knocked out by James Kirkland and the punishment he took in that fight, he was never able to fully recover 100%. And that's the reason why we've seen a terrible looking Angulo when he was in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. So the point that I'm making is, you know, you can get a good trainer, but once again, you have to have that ability to adapt and adopt new things. And only time will tell if someone like Abner Mares can become a better fighter with a better trainer. That's all I got to say, guys. I'm on to the next one.